Hello and welcome to the Drennan Knockout Cup final. Well, after 6 hard-fought rounds, we're down to just 2 men. Ian Didcott, one of last year's finalists, is up against Rolly McInerney. Today we're on the River Wye at Hereford, and tomorrow we're at Docklow Pools, and I'm expecting a real cracker. Okay, Ian, you go out today one with a £3 lead. It's a slender lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. How do you feel?
Well, it didn't really fish how I anticipated it to fish. I think the river conditions have affected it a little bit. They had a bit of they had a bit of feed at the weekend, and I just think they were put off a little bit today. I think the pike were a bit of a problem as well. As soon as I started catching decent stamp fish at the start, I had a couple of swirls from pike, and that was it. It disappeared. Just caught loads and loads of little tiny fish.
At the start of the match, I mean, obviously you set out to catch a big weight. This area at the weekend was quite good, wasn't it? Quite a fish course. Just talk us through your game plan and how the match went really in terms of it didn't start well, but you won it. So tell us all about it.
Well, basically I fished the same as what I did last year in the final, and aiming to catch on the pole to hand at like 6 metres. Being on the upstream MPEG, I fed some ground bait downstream and a next ball upstream a bit further, and so forth and so forth, until I was in front of me, just to try and draw some fish up from down below. And then had another line, like sort of a third out, but halfway down my peg, with just fed like worms and casters in ground bait, just to try and give myself a chance of catching a slightly bigger fish. But no big fish really fed, and it was a little bit disappointing really, because I mean, you expect from here, last year I caught like 37 pounds. I mean, this year is a little bit different. I probably caught the same number of fish this year, but they were like quarter of the size.
That's right, and one thing that was very apparent on the bank watching is that you still had to feed loads of bait to keep catching them. I mean, you fed stacks of bait and the fish just haven't got bigger, which seems to indicate obviously that the fish just weren't the bigger fish in the area, were they?
I mean, at the end, about 20 minutes to go, the swans have gone through my peg, and every time something happened in my peg, all the little fish disappeared. And I went on the line to hand rig again, and I caught like 6 decent stamp dace in 6 chucks, and I was like, yeah, hey, there he is. Give it another ball, and then all of a sudden, the little fish are back, and you get 1,000 bites, and you just can't hit them. And then, I managed to catch a few shallow, got up and I made a tactical decision, got off my box and set a 4 metre whip rig up, just an elasticated top, and set a dibber rig up, and I was catching exactly the same stamp fish there as I was on the bottom. Yeah. So, it was...
And also it's just giving you that little bit of a lead, which can always prove vital at the end. So it's half time, right? We're going to Docklow tomorrow. What's your thoughts on that?
After last year, I'm a little bit sort of dubious about what's going to happen and stuff like that. But I mean, this year I've done nothing but practice at Docklow for a month. I've been here a couple of times, and I've just been to Docklow. I've had Team Diddy, we've been all on there, sort of trying things out, doing the same as what we did last year, which we found worked in a way, and you know, and trying different things to find out something else that would work. You know, we caught a lot of fish, but I don't know. I mean, like, you know, Simon caught a lot of carp off that island last year. I mean, in practice, we caught no carp off that island.
Okay, one last question. Going into tomorrow, which peg would you like?
Same one as I had last year.
Okay. There you have it. Okay, Rolly, you come out of day one, probably better than a lot of people predicted that you would, if you don't mind me saying, with the greatest of respect. I mean, a lot of people thought that you could end up well behind on this one, simply because you don't fish rivers very often. £3 on the diff, what do you think?
Well, it's all to fish for definitely tomorrow, and it's like 6 roach or a small carp, you know what I mean? You know, that's the difference over 5 hours, I think, so definitely all to fish for tomorrow.
Talk me through your practice, because I mean, this has been very much a crash course in River Wye for you, hasn't it? So how's it all gone? How did it evolve, and how do you think the day's gone?
Well, to be fair, I mean, obviously, you know, I went to Whiteacres for 2 weeks, so I couldn't practice, and came on Monday, and we struggled, if I'm honest with you, probably caught about the same weight as I did then, so thinking, you know, not really very confident, but looking at the conditions on Monday, you know, it was bad conditions, you know, so, but, you know,
I know you've had a lot of help from Dave Roberts on this as well.
Yeah, definitely, it's been brilliant.
That should be invaluable, because he's obviously a regular winner on him. Just talk me through the match, how it all sort of panned out today for you, and how did you start, how did it go, and how would you sort of appraise the whole match, and would you do anything different if you fished it again?
Well, I put 8 balls in at the start. Well, chucked the feeder at the start, just to have a look for a barbel, just quick. Chucked 8 balls in while I was doing that. Had a day, quite a big dace on the feeder, but it was just looking for a big fish basically in the first 10 minutes. Didn't work, but that's the way it goes. And then just started on the stick, just going down the peg, loose feeding, just trying to catch anything that was in the peg really, and then sort of manoeuvre them onto the ground bait. But it just wasn't a ground bait day. You know, it's just we started loose feeding, and we've done every single feeding pattern possible today just to try and keep fish coming. You'd get a few, and it was the same Monday. You'd get a few, you'd have to change something. And it's just been one of them days today, you know. Which has been good for me really, because he hasn't got too far in front. So you know, I mean, if he would have fished it, you know, fished really well, he might have been a little bit more.
Well, no, you fished. I think you put yourself down a bit on that watch yesterday. I think you fished it really well. In fact, we might even do a feature in Match Fishing Magazine on stick fly fishing.
About that.
It's half time. There's not a lot in it. You're going to Docklow now for the second leg. What do you think of Docklow, first of all?
Brilliant. Just one of them lakes where you walk down and you just think, I want to get my kit and have a go. Do you know what I mean?
Without giving too much away on tactics, obviously it is just half time. Practice session's gone well?
No, it didn't at all again. No, I've had like me and my mate Jen, we had a quick go when we first got here, because we're staying at Docklow, and we caught a few. We caught really well that day, but obviously we had a real hard frost. It was Monday morning, I think, and it's just knocked it on the head. But roach fishing was just fantastic. Absolutely, you just can't believe the size of the roach. It's just one, you know, if you get it right, it's just one a chuck.
Okay.
So, you know,
one last question. Which peg do you want to draw?
I actually won peg 8 this time.
That's the island, is it?
No, it's the one
okay.
that Ian was on last year.
Well, that's interesting, isn't
So
it? All to play for.
We'll see.
All to play for, and both of them want the same peg to go into day 2. So it's been a great day 1. Low weights, but we've come out of it with just a £3 differential, which is absolutely perfect as far as I'm concerned. We'll see you next time.